Question number 401. The ratio of longitudinal stress to shear stress in thin-walled cylinder is option A 1, option B is a half, option C is 2, option D is 1/4, and option E is 4. Correct answer is D, it will be 1/4. Question number 402. Rankine's constant for a MS column with both ends hinged is option A 1/1500, option B 1/3500, and option C is 1/5500, and option D is 1/7500, and option E is 1/9500. Correct answer is D, it will be 1/7500. Question number 403. In a fixed beam that firmly supported at both the ends with a central load in the middle, the bending moment will be 0 at option A 1 place, option B 2 places, option C 3 places, option D 4 places, option E is none of the places. Correct answer is B, it will be 2 places. Question number 404. The deformation of any structure takes place in such a manner that the work of deformation is a minimum. This is according to option A is a Castigliano's theorem, and option B is a principle of least work, option C is a Maxwell's theorem, and option D is a theory of flexure, and option E is a moment shear relation. Correct answer B, it will be principle of least work. Question number 405. In above question 403, the location of point where bending moment is a 0 from either end is at option A is a 0, option B L/8, option C L/4, option D L/2, option is none of the above. Correct answer is a C, it will be L/4. Question number 406. In order to determine whether a column is long or short, one should know option A length, option B cross section, option C is MI moment of inertia, and option D is a slenderness ratio, and option E is a condition of end fixations. So correct answer is D, it will be slenderness ratio. Question number 407. As the slenderness ratio of a column increases, its compressive strength will be option A increases, option B is decreases, option C is remains unchanged, option D is may increase or decrease depending on length, and option E is unpredictable. Correct answer is B, it will be decreases. Question number 408. Euler's formula is applicable for determining the buckling load for option A long columns, option B intermediate columns, option C is a medium sized columns, option D intermediate columns but with a certain amendment. It can be used both for short as well as long columns, and option E is a short columns. Correct answer is A, it will be long columns. Question number 409. The load at which the column first buckles is known as option A buckling load, option B crippling load, option C critical load, option D any one of the above, and option E is none of the above. Correct answer D, any one of the above. Question number 410. A long column fails by option A crushing, option B is a tension, option C is a shearing, option D is a buckling, option E is buckling and crushing. Correct answer D, it's because of buckling. And question number 411. The Rankine-Gordon formula is applicable for determining the buckling load for option A long columns, option B is a intermediate columns, option C is a medium sized columns, option D is a intermediate columns but with a certain amendment. It can be used for short as well as long columns, and option E is a short columns. Correct answer is D, it will be intermediate columns but with a certain amendment. It can be used for short as well as long columns. Question number 412. For a centrically loaded strut, following section is preferred. Option A is a solid, option B is a hollow, option C is a reinforced, option D is a composite, and option E is a any one of the above. So correct answer is D, it will be composite. Question number 413. The ratio of length of column to the minimum radius of gyration of the cross-sectional area of the column is known as option A is a slenderness ratio, option B is a buckling factor, and option C is a crippling factor, option D is a compressive factor, option E is a column factor. Correct answer is A, it will be slenderness ratio. Question number 414. A column is defined as a short column if option A its length is less than 10 meter, option B is the ratio of its effective length to the least lateral dimension is less than 15, option C is the ratio of its effective length to least radius of gyration is less than 50, option D is both option D is both B and C above, and option E is none of the above. Correct answer D. Answer B and C both are correct. The ratio of its effective length to the least lateral dimension is less than 15, and the ratio of its effective length to least radius of gyration is less than 50. Both are the answers. Question number 415. According to Euler's formula, the buckling load P for a column of length L with both ends hinged and having I is equal to least moment of inertia of the section of the column, and E is equal to modulus of the elasticity of the material of the column. Option A is P is equal to 2 pi square EI upon L. Option B is P is equal to pi square EI divided by 4L square. Option C is pi square EI divided by L square, and option D is P is equal to 4 pi square EI divided by L square, and option E is none of the above. Correct answer is C, it will be P is equal to pi square EI divided by L square. Question number 416. Slenderness ratio of a column is the ratio of its option A length of least lateral dimension, option B length of radius of gyration, option C both and A and B above, option D is the lateral dimension to radius of gyration, and option E is none of the above. Correct answer is B, so length of radius of gyration. Question number 417. The ratio of the equivalent length of the column to the minimum radius of gyration of the cross-sectional area of the column is called option A slenderness ratio, option B is the buckling factor, and option C is a column factor, option D is a crippling factor, option E is a compressive factor. Correct answer is B, it will be buckling factor. Question number 418. A short column of external diameter capital D and internal diameter small d carries an external load W. The greatest eccentricity which the load can have without producing tension on the cross section of the column is option A is a capital D plus a small d divided by 8, option B is a capital D square plus a small d square divided by 8, option C is a capital D square plus a small d square divided by 8d, and option D is capital D square plus a small d square divided by 8 small d, and option E is a capital D square plus a small d square divided by 8 capital D square. Correct answer C, it will be D square, capital D square plus a small d square divided by 8 capital D. Question number 419. The effective length of a column with one end fixed and other end free is option A its own length, option B twice its length, and option C half its length, option D 1 upon under root 2 into its length, and option E is none of the above. Correct answer B, it's twice its length. Okay, question number 420. Who enunciated the following theorem? If unit loads rest upon a beam at the 2 points R, capital R and capital S, the deflection at capital R due to unit load at capital S is equals the deflection at S due to the loads at R. So option A is a Castigliano's theorem, and option B is a Rankine, option C is a Mohr, option D is a Maxwell, and option E is a Gordon. Okay, who's talking about the inventor of the theorem? So its correct answer D, that was Maxwell. Question number 421. A column with maximum equivalent length has option A both ends fixed, option B both ends hinged, option C one end fixed and other is hinged, option D one end fixed and other is free, Option E, both ends free. Correct answer is D. One end fixed and other is free. Question number 422. A column has its equivalent length equal to its length in a case of option A, both ends fixed, option B, both ends hinged, option C, one end fixed and other is hinged, and option D, one end fixed and other is free, and option E is both end free. Correct answer B, it will be both end hinged. Question number 423. The slope and deflection at a point in a loaded cantilever or beam carrying several loads can be found out by the option A, principle of least work, option B, moment area method, option C, double integration method, option D, Macaulay's method, and option E, any one of the above. Correct answer D, it's called Macaulay's method. Question number 424. Deflection in a beam is a maximum where the slope is option A minimum, option B is maximum, option C 0, option D is a change sign, and option E is any value. Correct answer C, it's 0. Question number 425. Who enunciated the following theorem? Deflection of the point of application of an external force acting on a beam is equal to the partial derivative of the work of deformation with respect to this force. Option A, Casting Lieno, option B, Rankine, option C, Mohr, option D, Maxwell, option E is a Gordon. Correct answer is A, it's a Casting Lieno. Question number 426. In case of both ends fixed of a column, the effective length is option A, its own length, option B, twice its length, option C, half its length, option D is 1 upon under root 2 into its length, and option E is none of the above. Correct answer C, it's half its length. Question number 427. Longitudinal strain for a specimen is 0.01 and it is found to undergo 1 mm change in its thickness. Its thickness will be option A 100 mm, option B 200 mm, option C 400 mm, option D 800 mm, and option E is none of the above. Correct answer C, it will be 400 mm. Question number 428. The distribution of the stress in a beam of rectangular cross section will be option A is a triangular, option B is a rectangular, option C is a parabolic, option D is elliptical, and option E is a part of a circle. Correct answer is C, it will be parabolic. Question number 429. For a beam shown in the figure, what will be the shear force at the center? So option A is capital F, option B is 2F, option C is minus F, option D 0, and option E is F upon 2. Correct answer is D, it will be 0. Question number 430. The shape of a cantilever for uniformly distributed load will be option A, a straight line, option B is a parabolic, option C is again parabolic, option D is elliptical, and option E is none of the above. Correct answer C, it will be parabolic. Question number 431. The deflection of the center of a simply supported beam of length L carrying a uniformly distributed load W kg per meter will be option A WL power 4 divided by 8 EI, option B 5 WL cube divided by 384 EI, option C 5 WL power 4 divided by 8 EI, option D 5 into WL power 4 divided by 384 EI, and option E is WL divided by 48 EI. Correct answer is D, it will be 5 upon 384 WL power 4 divided by EI. Question number 432. In a beam at a place where the shear force is maximum, the bending moment will be option A maximum, option B minimum, option C 0, option D neither minimum nor maximum, and option E is none of the above. Correct answer is A, it will be maximum. Question number 433. In a tensile testing experiment, on a specimen of 1 cm square area, the maximum load observed was 5 tons and neck area is 0.5 cm square. The ultimate tensile strength of a specimen is option A 5 tons per centimeter square, option B 10 tons per centimeter square, option C 2.5 tons per centimeter square, and option D is 20 tons per centimeter square. Option E is none of the above. Correct answer is A, it will be 5 tons per centimeter square. Question number 434. Elasticity of MS specimen is defined by option A, Hooke's law, option B is yield point, option C when plastic law starts, and option D is a proof stress, and option E is permanent set. Correct answer is A, it will be Hooke's law. Question number 435. A coil is cut into two halves. The stiffness of cut coil will be option A double, option B half, option C is the same, option D is something else, and option E is none of the above. Correct answer A, it will be double. Question number 436. A hollow shaft of the same cross section area as a solid shaft transmits option A same torque, option B less torque, option C more torque, option D more or less dependent on external diameter. Option E is none of the above. Correct answer C, it will be more torque. Question number 437. The value of J in the equation T upon J is equal to SS divided by Y is equal to G theta divided by L for a circular shaft of diameter D is option A pi d power 4 divided by 32, option B pi d power 4 divided by 64, option C pi d power 4 divided by 16, option D pi d cube divided by 32, option E pi d cube divided by 16. Correct answer is A. The value of J in the equation T upon J is equal to SSY divided by G theta divided by L for a circular shaft of diameter D is pi d power 4 divided by 32. Question number 438. The value of Mi for a solid shaft of diameter D is equal to option A pi d 4 divided by 32, option B pi d power 4 divided by 64, option C pi d power 4 divided by 16, option D is pi d cube divided by 32, option E pi d cube divided by 16. Correct answer is B, it will be pi d power 4 divided by 64. Question number 439. Torque in a solid shaft of diameter D and shear strength of SS is given by option A pi SSD cube divided by 8, option B pi SSD cube divided by 16, option C pi SSD cube divided by 32, option D pi SSD cube divided by 64, option E pi SS power D power 4 divided by 16. Correct answer is B, it will be pi SSD cube divided by 16. Question number 440. Two shaft, one hollow and other solid, have same material and mass. The inner diameter of a hollow shaft is a shaft, the outside diameter. The ratio of torque that can be transmitted by these two shafts is option A 15 upon 16, option B 1 upon 16, option C is 1 upon 4, option D 1 upon 32, option E is 3 by 4. Correct answer is A, it will be 15 upon 16. Question number 441. The value of shear stress induced in a shaft due to applied torque is option A uniform throughout, option B 0 at circumference and maximum at center, option C 0 at center and maximum at circumference, option D 0 in middle and maximum at center and circumference, option E is none of the above. Correct answer C 0 at the center and maximum at circumference. Question number 442. Value of longitudinal stress for a thin cylinder is option A PD upon 2T, option B PD upon 4T, option C PD upon T, option D PD upon 2.5T, and option E is none of the above. Correct answer is B, it will be PD upon 4T. Question number 443. Which one of the following statement for a shaft is false? Shear stress intensity at a point is option A directly proportional to the distance from the axis, option B inversely proportional to the distance from the axis, option C inversely proportional to the polar moment of inertia, option D directly proportional to the applied torque, option E none of the above. Correct answer is B, it will be inversely proportional to the distance from the axis. Question number 444. State of stress in a plane element show in given below figure. Which one of the following figure is the correct sketch of Mohr circle of the state of stress? Option A, option B, option C and option D. Correct answer is C for this state. Correct answer will be C. Question number 445. If the area of cross section of a wire is circular, and if the ratio of this circle decreases to half its original value due to the stretch of the wire by the load, then the modulus of elasticity of the wire will be wire B. Option A 1/4 of its original value, option B is halved, halved, and option C is doubled, and option D is unaffected. Correct answer is D, it will be unaffected. Question number 446. Match the list first with the second and select the correct answer using the codes given below in the list. So in the list first there is a ductility, toughness, endurance limit, resistance to penetration. In the list second is the impact test, fatigue test, tension test, and hardness test. So there is a correct answer is a C. According to C, A will be connected to 3. It means ductility related to tension test, and toughness is related to impact test, endurance limit is belong to fatigue test, and resistance to penetration belong to hardness test. Okay. Question number 447. Match list first, second, and select the correct answer using the code given below in the list. List first is subjected to a bending moment at the end of the cantilever. Option in this second statement is cantilever carrying uniformly distributed load over the whole length, and C is cantilever carrying linearly varying load from 0 at the fixed end to maximum at the support. Option D is a beam having a load at the center of support at the center and support at the ends. And here is a bending moment diagram: triangle, cubic parabola, and rectangle. So correct answer is B, it will be this one is correct answer. So according to this, A is connected to the fourth number, means this one. Subjected to bending moment at the end of cantilever, diagram will be rectangle. Cantilever carrying uniformly distributed load over the whole length, then it's connected to third number, it means parabola. Cantilever carrying linearly varying load from 0 at the fixed end to maximum at support, so it will be second. Cubic parabola, and last will be beam having the load at the center of the support at the ends. It's belong to triangle. Okay. Question number 448. Figure below show a bending moment diagram for the beam CABD. For this beam, it's a bending moment diagram, and the load diagram, that is the beam, and bending moment diagram is given below ABCD. So which one will be correct? Load diagram for the above beam will be load diagram. So here correct answer is A. A will be correct answer. You can check it here. Question number 449. A shaft was initially subjected to bending moment and then was subjected to torsion. If the magnitude of bending moment is found to be the same as that of the torque, then the ratio of maximum bending stress to shear stress would be option A 0.25, option B 0.50, option C is 2, option D is 4. Okay, so correct answer is C, it will be 2. Question number 450. A horizontal beam with a square cross section is simply supported with sides of the square horizontal and vertical, and carries a distributed load that produces maximum bending stress sigma in the beam. When the beam is placed with one of the diagonal horizontal, the maximum bending stress will be option A sigma upon √2, option B sigma, option C √2 into sigma, option D is 2 sigma. Correct answer is A, it will be sigma upon √2. Question number 451. Shear stress distribution diagram of a beam of a rectangular cross section subjected to transverse loading will be shown in the figure. So correct answer is D, it will be this one. Question number 452. Circumferential and longitudinal strains in a cylindrical boiler under internal steam pressure are epsilon 1 and 2 respectively. Change in volume of the boiler cylinder per unit volume will be option A epsilon 1 plus 2 epsilon 2, option B epsilon 1 epsilon 2 square, option C is a 2 epsilon 1 plus epsilon 2, and option D is epsilon 1 square dot epsilon 2. Correct answer is a C, it will be 2 epsilon 1 plus epsilon 2. Question number 453. For a linearly elastic, isotropic and homogeneous material, the number of elastic constants required to relate stress and strain is option A 2, option B is 3, option C 4, option C is 6, option D is a 6. So correct answer is a C. It will be 4. Question number 454. A road of length L and cross sectional area A rotates about an axis passing through one end of the road. The extension produced in the road due to centrifugal force is W, is the weight of the road per unit length, and W is the angular velocity of rotation of the road. Option A is a omega WL square divided by GE. Option B is a omega square WL cube divided by 3GE. Option C, omega square WL cube divided by GE. Option D is a 3GE divided by omega cube WL T power cube T cube. So correct answer is C. It will be omega square WL cube divided by GE. Question number 455. A beam carries a uniformly distributed load and is supported with two equal overhangs as shown in the given figure. Which one of the following correctly shows the bending moment diagram for the beam? So correct answer is A. It will be this one. Question number 456. A circular shaft fixed at A has diameter D for half of its length and diameter D by 2 over the other half. What is the rotation of C relative of B if the rotation of B relative to A is a 0.1 radian shown in the figure? Option A is a 0.4 radian, option B is 0.8 radian, option C is a 1.6 radian, option D will be 3.2 radian. So correct answer is a C. It will be 1.6 radian. Okay. Question number 457. If two shafts of the same length, one of which is hollow, transmit equal torque and have equal maximum stress, then they should have equal, option A, polar moment of inertia, option B, polar modulus of section, option C is diameter, and option D is angle of twist. Correct answer is B. Polar modulus of section will be equal. Question number 458. The ratio of circumferential stress to longitudinal stress. A thin cylinder subjected to internal hydrostatic pressure is option A half, option B 1, option C is 2, option D is 4. Correct answer is C. It will be 2. Question number 459. Two shafts of same length and material are joined in series. If the ratio of their diameter is 2, then the ratio of their angles of twist will be option A is 2, option B is 4, option C is 8, option D is 16. Correct answer is D. It will be 16. Question number 460. Match list first and second and select the correct answer using the codes given below the list. In the first list, there is a tensile strength, impact strength, and bending strength and fatigue strength. The list second is a testing machines like rotating bending machine, 3-point loading machine, and universal testing machine, and ISRO testing machine. So correct answer is a D. It will be okay, this one. So according to this, so tensile strength we can calculate from the machine, this one, universal testing machine. Impact strength we can calculate by the, it means B is connected to the fourth, this means ISRO testing machine, and bending strength we can calculate by this is the 3-point loading machine, and fatigue strength finally we can calculate by rotating bending machine. Question number 461. The shear force diagram shown in the following figure is that of option A, freely supported beam with symmetrical point load about mid-span, option B, freely supported beam with symmetrical uniformly distributed load about mid-span, option C, simply supported beam with positive and negative point load symmetrical about the mid-span, and option D is a simply supported beam with symmetrical varying load about mid-span. So correct answer is D. It will be simply supported beam with symmetrical varying load about mid-span. Question number 462. A circular shaft can transmit a torque of 5 kN meter. If the torque is reduced to 4 kN meter, then the maximum value of bending moment that can be applied to the shaft is option A 1 kN meter, option B 2 kN meter, option C 3 kN meter, and option D is 4 kN meter. Correct answer is C, it will be 3 kN meter. Question number 463. Rankine-Gordon formula for buckling is valid for option A long column, option B short column, option C short and long columns, option D is very long column. Correct answer is D, it will be very long columns. Question number 464. A rectangular section beam subjected to a bending moment M varying along its length is required to develop same maximum bending stress at any cross section. If the depth of the section is constant, then its width will vary as option A is M, option B is under root M, option C is M square, option D is 1 upon M. Correct answer is A, it will be M. Question number 465. A simply supported beam carrying a concentrated load W at mid-span deflects by delta 1 under the load if the same beam carries the load W such that it is distributed uniformly over entire length and undergoes a deflection delta 2 at the mid-span. The ratio delta 1 raised to delta 2 is option A 2 raised to 1, option B is under root 2 raised to 1, option C is 1 raised to 1, option D 1 raised to 2. Correct answer is B, it will be under root 2 raised to 1. Question number 466. Match list first and second and select the correct answers using the codes given below in the list. So correct answer is a C. First of all, according to C, there's a 4 different states of stresses and in the other side kind of loading. So first is for this stresses, it's a torsion circular shaft. For the second diagram, it will be tie bar subjected to tensile force. For the third diagram, it will be thin cylinder subjected to internal pressure. And for the fourth diagram, it will be combined bending and torsion of circular shaft. Okay. Question number 467. A beam built in at both ends carries a uniformly distributed load over its entire span as shown in the figure. Which one of the diagram given below represents the bending moment distribution along the length of the beam? Option A, option B, and option C and D. So correct answer is D, it will be this figure. Question number 468. A cantilever beam carries a load W uniformly distributed over its entire length if the same load is placed at the free end of the same cantilever. Then the ratio of maximum deflection in the first case to that in the second case will be option A 3 by 8, option B 8 by 3, option C 5 by 8, option D 8 by 5. Correct answer is A, it will be 3 by 8. Question number 469. For a cantilever beam of length L, flexural rigidity EI and loaded at its free end by a concentrated load W, match list first and list second and select the correct answer. So correct answer is B, it will be this one. According to this answer, the list first in the maximum bending moment, it will be, okay, for the first it means first, so it means WL, and for the second strain energy, and for this answer will be W square L square divided by 6 EI. For maximum slope, for the C, correct answer will be 2, it means this one, WL square divided by 2 EI. And for the last maximum deflection, it will be answer number 3rd, it means WL cube divided by 3 EI. Okay. Question number 470, match list first and second and select the correct answer using the codes. Okay, here is the correct answer C, and according to C, okay, according to C, for the toughness, correct answer is a energy absorbed before fracture in a tension test. For the second, endurance strength, it will be fatigue loading. For the option third is the resistance to abrasion. For option third, correct answer will be 2, it means hardness. And for the fourth option, deflection in a beam, it will be first moment area method. Question number 471. Again, match list first is elastic properties of an isotropic elastic material, with the second list is a nature of strain produced, and select the correct answer using the codes given below in the list. Okay, correct answer is C. Here will be correct answer C. And according to C, for the first is a Young modulus will be connected to the second normal strain. For the modulus of rigidity, it's connected to first, it means shear strain. For bulk modulus, it will be connected to the fourth, it means volumetric strain. And for the Poisson's ratio, it will be connected to transverse strain. Okay, question number 472. When a thin cylinder of diameter d and thickness t is pressurized with an internal pressure of P 1 upon m is the Poisson's ratio and E is the modulus of elasticity, then option A, the circumferential strain will be equal to is PD upon 2 TE in the small bracket 1 upon 2 minus 1 upon m. Option B, the longitudinal strain will be equal to PD upon 2 TE in the small bracket 1 minus 1 upon 2m. And option C is the longitudinal stress will be equal to PD upon 2T. And option D, the ratio of the longitudinal strain to circumferential strain will be equal to m minus 2 divided by 2m minus 1. So correct answer is D. It will be m minus 2 divided by 2m minus 1. Question number 473. In a thick cylinder, pressurized foam inside, the hoop stress is maximum 8. Option A, the center of the wall thickness is. Option B, the outer radius. Option C, the inner radius. Option D, both the inner and outer radii. Correct answer is C. It will be the inner radius. Question number 474. The Euler's crippling load for a 2 meter long cylinder steel rod of uniform cross section hinged at both the ends is 1 kilonewton. The Euler's crippling load for a 1 meter long steel rod of the same cross section and hinged at both ends will be option A 0.25 kilonewton, option B 0.5 kilonewton, option C 2 kilonewton, option D 4 kilonewton. Correct answer is D. It will be 4 kilonewton. Question number 475. For the state of stress of pure shear toe, the strain energy stored per unit volume in the elastic homogeneous isotropic material having elastic constant E and V will be option A tau square divided by E in the small bracket 1 plus V. Option B tau square divided by 2E in the small bracket 1 plus V. Option C is 2 tau square divided by E in the small bracket 1 plus V. And option D tau square divided by 2E in the small bracket 2 plus V. So correct answer is A. It will be tau square divided by E in the small bracket 1 plus V. Question number 476. A tapering bar, diameters of end section being D1 and D2, and a bar of uniform cross section D having the same length and are subjected the same axial pull. Both the bars will have the same extension if D is equal to option A is D1 plus D2 divided by 2, option B under root D1 D2, option C under root D1 D2 divided by 2, option D under root of D1 plus D2 divided by 2. So correct answer is B. It will be under root of D1 D2. Okay. Question number 477. The deformation of a bar under its own weight as compared to that when subjected to a direct axial load equal to its own weight will be option A the same, option B 1/4, option C is half, option D is double. So correct answer is C. It will be half. Question number 478. Two beams of equal cross-sectional area are subjected to equal bending moment. If one beam has a square cross-section and the other has a circular section, then option A, both beams will be equally strong. Option B, circular section beam will be stronger. Option C, square section beam will be stronger. And option D, the strength of the beam will depend on the nature of loading. So correct answer is C. It will be square section beam will be stronger. Question number 479. A cantilever beam of rectangular cross section is subjected to load W at its free end if the depth of the beam is double and the load is halved. The deflection of the free end as compared to the original deflection will be: option A is a half, option B is a 1/8, option C is a 1/6, and option D is double. Correct answer is a C. It will be 1/16. Sorry, it will be 16th. Question number 480. A solid circular shaft is subjected to pure torsion. The ratio of maximum shear to maximum normal stress at any point would be: option A 1:1, option B is 1:2, option C 2:1, option D is 2:3. Correct answer is a B. It will be 1:2. Question number 481. A short column of external diameter D and internal diameter D. It means, okay, external diameter capital D and internal diameter small d carries an eccentric load capital W. The greatest eccentricity which the load can have without producing torsion on the cross section of the column would be: option A capital D plus small d divided by 8, option B capital E square plus small d square divided by 8 small d, and option C is a capital D square plus small d square divided by 8 capital D, and option D is under root of capital D square plus small d square divided by 8. Correct answer is a B. It will be capital D square plus small d square divided by 8 small d. Question number 482. A bar of length L and of uniform cross sectional area capital A and second moment of inertia I is subjected to a pull P if Young's modulus of elasticity of the bar material is capital E. The expression for strain energy stored in the bar will be: option A P square L divided by 2EI, option B P L square divided by 2EI, option C P L square divided by AE, option D P square L divided by AE. Correct answer is A. It will be P square L divided by 2AE. Question number 483. If a thick cylindrical shell is subjected to internal pressure, then hoop stress, radial stress, and longitudinal stress at a point in the thickness will be: option A tensile, compressive, and compressive respectively, option B all compressive, option C all tensile, option D tensile, compressive, and tensile respectively. Correct answer is D. It will be first tensile, then compressive, and then again tensile respectively. Question number 484. A thin cylinder with both ends closed is subjected to internal pressure P. The longitudinal stress at the surface has been calculated as sigma 0. Maximum shear stress at the surface will be equal to: option A 2 sigma 0, option B 1.5 sigma 0, option C sigma 0, option D 0.5 sigma 0. Correct answer is D. It will be 0.5 sigma 0. Question number 485. A helical spring has n turns of coil of diameter capital D and a second spring made of same wire diameter and of same material has n by 2 turns of coil of diameter 2D. If the stiffness of the first spring is K, then the stiffness of the second spring will be: option A K by 4, option B K by 2, option C 2K, option D is a 4K. So correct answer is A. It will be K by 4. Question number 486. You can see the 4 different graphs between stress and strain, and in above figures A and D, A to D, okay, show the typical stress strain diagram for the various materials. The curves applicable for brittle material, highly tempered steel, rubber, ductile steel, and concrete or malleable cast iron are shown by. Which will be the correct answer? So it will be D. It means, okay, the curves applicable for the brittle material, highly tempered steel, graph B, okay, for the rubber, graph D, for ductile steel and concrete, graph A, and malleable cast iron, graph C. Okay.